Hi, brothers and sisters. I'm going to read Psalm 141, verse 3. Set a watch, O Lord, before my mouth. Keep the door of my lips. So once I was complaining to my friend about several people, and of course I was pulling the justice on my side. At night I had this dream. I was in prison next to an inmate cell. Suddenly the guard patrol came and took the inmate for the execution. He was placed on the execution chair. They tied his hands and legs. Then the executioner grabbed his lips and began to cut them with the handsaw. He was executed for gossip. The executioner looked at me and he told me, "Prepare yourself, you are the next on the list." I looked at the executioner chair and I looked at his handsaw and I got very scared, and the dream was over. And 1 week later, as if I had received no rebuke, and forgetting the Lord's warning, I complained once more to another friend about the same people. Then at night the evil spirit came over me and paralyzed me. I began to pray to our God, and Him in His mercy casted him away. So I asked the Lord for forgiveness. After that I started to analyze my whole discussion that I had, to determine the difference between a gossip and a confession. There are two opposite groups. There are two different groups. There is gossip and there is objective analysis of the situation with the aim of solving the problem. We need the discernment of God to not cross the border from the objective analysis of the situation to the gossip, because it's very easy to jump this fence. I'm going to read from the Psalm 50, the verse 20, 21, and 22. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother. Thou slanderest thine own mother's son. These things hast thou done, and I kept silence. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such an one as thyself. But I will reprove thee, and set them in order before thine eyes. Now consider this, ye that forget God, lest I tear you in pieces, and there be none to deliver. Colossians chapter 3, verse 13. Forbearing one another and forgiving one another, if any man has a quarrel against any, even as Christ forgave you, so also do ye. I had the second dream. In the second dream, God showed me what devastating consequences the sin of gossip has on us and on our children. The dream. I was to the notary's office to draw up the will in the name of our children in the event of our death. The office building is located right in front of the river. While we were waiting in line because there were many parents, we were looking out the window. Suddenly the sky darkened. It started to rain heavily. The river filled up and the waters began to rise higher than the bridge, and the color of the water turned from the blue to the black color. And all of a sudden, this big, massive black wave of water hit our building we were in. From this blow, the building shuddered and shook violently, and we all fell to the ground, and the water covered us. The dream was over. I'm going to read from the Psalm 109, the verse 10, 11, 18, 19, and 20. Let his children be continually vagabonds and beg. Let them seek their bread also out of their desolate places. Let the extortioner catch all that he had, and let the strangers spoil his labor. Let the cursing come unto his bowels like water, and like oil into his bones. Let it be unto him as the garment which covereth him, and for a girdle wherewith he is girded continually. Let this be reward of mine adversaries from the Lord, and of them that speak evil against my soul. So, brothers and sisters, for our own sake and for the sake of our children, we must overcome the sin of gossip, and God will help us. Thank you very much for watching and listening. God bless you. Bye.